everybody, how's everybody doing? TGIF. If you don't know, my name is Rakia. I'm a board certified holistic alternative psychology practitioner. And we're just going to do a little bit of talking today about love, right? Today is Love Day, so we're going to talk about love.
There's certain things you just have no control over, all right?
Really? Like what?
Like love.
Love. You know, what do you know about love?
Are you all in love?
Yeah.
Baby, what would you know about love?
Nothing.
Well, how can you be in love if you don't know nothing about it?
Today is Friday, it's Venus Day, it's Love Day. So we're going to talk a little bit about love. And specifically, you know, everybody always saying love, love, I want more love, I want a meaningful relationship, I want to have a perfect marriage, I want to find my soulmate, love, and all this, everything just love. But nowadays, it's always like there's more people who's falling out of love than falling in love. And why is that? So one of the things we're going to talk about is self-love. So if you don't know how to love yourself, or if you don't love yourself, you have to understand that lack of self-love can lead to indecision. It can lead to self-doubt and our inability to just be able to enjoy the life that we want. So you might be saying, you know, I want relationship advice, right? I don't want to, what does that have to do with anything? But here's the thing about self-love. See, here's the thing. Every relationship that you ever have with somebody is going to mirror one or more aspects of the relationship that you have with yourself. So lack of self-love can be projected out onto someone else as, well, that person doesn't love me, or no one loves me. Those feelings first begin internally. So you can only feel like that outwardly if that's how you feel inwardly. So if you have a problem with loving yourself, then of course you're going to have issues with feeling as though someone else loves you. Loving yourself is a key to happiness. You know, self-love is at the core of well-being, joy, and self-empowerment, okay? To care about yourself just as much as you care about anybody else. Most people, even though how simple this sounds, a lot of people don't really do this, because you have to value what you feel just as much as what somebody else feels. And regardless of what anybody tells you, it is not selfish to care about yourself. And anybody who tells you otherwise, then you might want to really reconsider this person being in your life, because that can really, you know, lead to emotional blackmail and other type of things. It's going to lead me to the next thing that you have to understand. You have to understand that you don't betray yourself. Okay, you have to maintain your boundaries. And what I mean by that is you have to set your standards and you have to stick to them. Okay, like one of the things that'll really help with that is, what I want you to do is I want you to make a list. Okay, make a list of all the things that you need emotionally. Write down your emotional needs so that you'll know that you will not betray yourself. You have to make a list so that you don't betray yourself and be willing to accept something that you're not willing to accept. So therefore, you're laying down your boundaries. What hurts you? You know, what makes you upset? If somebody doesn't respect your boundaries and your emotional needs, should you really be with that person? You know, and you have to communicate these boundaries. You have to have the confidence enough to be able to stand up for those boundaries. You got to communicate them. Remember, a relationship is a two-way street. Okay, and once you self-betray yourself, it's very hard to go back from that. Because once you do that, that could turn into resentment, and that'll later lead on to anger, and that'll later lead on to rage, and before you know it, the relationship is over. I mean, that's generally what happens a lot of time. More than half the time, marriages end. And I think that it's time that we need to reflect back on ourselves and take a look at just how we view love and how we understand love, and ask ourselves, do we really love ourselves? Okay? You have to understand that you have to do what you need to be you. Okay? What makes you feel good? Okay? Don't matter what it is. Do you like to garden? When you're gardening or when you're out in the garden, does that make you feel more relaxed? Does writing make you feel more relaxed? Do you like to paint when, does painting help you express yourself? Feeling good is all the permission that you need to do what you need to do. If you have to give up something, so be it. But your happiness matters. You being happy matters. And don't let anybody else tell you any different. Okay? Because and you have to know that in order to build your self-confidence, you have to stop the stinking thinking. Okay? There's power in positive self-talk. You have to check yourself. You need to become aware of your thoughts. Okay? If you start feeling down, okay, your feelings follows your thoughts. Somewhere along the line, you probably thought something negative about yourself. You have to change your self-dialogue. You have to look at how you talk to yourself. Okay? Don't compare yourself to other people either. Pay attention to you and your movie. What you do, your path is for you and you only. Someone else, whatever they have to do to go through, that's for them. That's for them. You don't have to concern yourself with that. You don't compare yourself to other people. Don't do that. That's not going to end up well for you because you're going to deal with disappointment. All right? So that's another thing. And when it comes to the negative thoughts and things like, thinking there's something wrong with me or I'm not as good as this person. No, you have to say cancel that. Cancel that. I am wonderful. Just say that. Whenever you think it's something bad, cancel that. I am wonderful, because you have to become in control of your thoughts. Okay? You control your thoughts. Don't think it's the other way around. Don't think that you can't control what you think or you can't get rid of all these negative thoughts and negative things. Here's something that I want you to do. And this is going to help you build your self-confidence. It's called a magic mirror exercise, right? You go to your mirror. You look at yourself, look at yourself, look into your eyes. If you have glasses, remove them and just look at yourself. And I want you to say to yourself, I am wonderful, I am confident and healthy and satisfied in every way. Say this 3 times, 2 times a day. Do it for the rest of your life. It's not going to cost you anything. Just do that and you'll see a drastic change in the things that's going on in your life, because you have to build your own self-confidence up. You have to maintain your self-esteem. That's why it's self-esteem, self-confidence. You have to do that. And, it's all about reprogramming your mental computer, restructuring your thoughts. And eventually your habits are going to coincide with those positive thoughts. More and more you're going to do things that's going to be equivalent to you being confident and being healthy and being content and being satisfied. Those things will be natural to you. So you have to do that every day. And you do these things, and love and everything else is going to flourish in your life. Okay, remember, we are love. We're pure awareness. Everything that makes up the universe is within you. When you were born, a star was born. Literally, a star was born in you when you were born. Okay, so, God is in you. You have to know that. If you look at 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16, it says, do you not know the temple of God and God's Spirit dwelling within you? God's Spirit is love. When we identify with being separate rather than being a part of the whole, that's when we really truly suffer. So above all else, learn to turn your attention inward, okay, to yourself, because you are love. God made you exactly as you were intended to be. Okay, so there's no reason to not love yourself. But, we have to work on these things because society doesn't show us how to do these things for ourselves and how to be this way for ourselves. So just love yourself at the end of the day. Peace.